but keeping in mind that the encouragement is for you to spend as much time up out of your chair as you feel comfortable, okay? So working always to your comfort level. So let's give our body a nice little wiggle and a shake. And this is just our little opportunity to check in and just see how we're feeling in this moment. Just checking it out. And we might take a couple breaths in and out with awareness. So we are always breathing. And sometimes we are conscious of our breathing and sometimes we're not conscious of our breathing. But even if we're not conscious of it, it's still happening. Our body will still do that. But we can learn a lot by bringing our awareness to our breath. So just feel the breath moving in and out through your nose and feel that breath drawing into your body. So you might feel it in your chest, you might feel it in your belly. So we're gonna let the belly be nice and soft. And see if you can't feel some movement in your abdomen as you breathe. Beautiful. All right, so let's bring awareness to those shoulders. And let's work with the right shoulder first. We'll draw that shoulder forward and up and release it back and down. And just continue with that nice deep breath. So breathing deep into the lower portion of your lungs as best you can. You're going to feel the abdomen moving. Expands out when you inhale, draws back when you exhale. Good. Just notice how that right shoulder feels. And then allow that shoulder to relax. Good. Let's go over to the left shoulder now, rolling. So forward. So let it draw forward. Feel that sensation of drawing forward and drawing up, drawing back and drawing down. Good. A few more times. Just noticing. Beautiful. And then we'll allow those shoulders to be nice and relaxed and soft here. Now, find your fingers and your hands are going to make these little waves. So we're letting the waves come up. So through the fingers and the hands, and then let that move into the wrist. And then let that move the shoulder or the elbows become involved, and let that move right up into your shoulders. So just let these waves just move through the body, however that wants to be. If you want to get the upper body into that. So just releasing, just releasing, just releasing. Good. We'll take a big breath in and let the arms shake and move up toward the ceiling. And exhale, let them come down. We'll try that again. Shake them out, inhale, reach up. And exhale, let them float down, roll those shoulders. Good job. So let's take a little jog. We're going to start jogging here. So seated or standing, up to you. And we're jogging. We're just going to see about getting the heart pumping a bit. Feel that oxygen drawing into the body as you breathe deep. Feeling the heart pumping our blood through the body. Lubricating those joints. We're also creating some warmth in the body. Good. Now, can we ask the body to jog a little faster? Now, this is you're just checking in. You're asking the body, can we go a little faster? Your body might say no, right where we are is enough. Or it might say, sure, we'll go a little faster. Good. Now, slow things down. Good. And then the next time your right foot comes up off the floor, we're going to hold it there and just kind of let your arms freeze. Keep breathing. Lift your sternum. Stay tall through the top of your head. Beautiful. Jog it out. Now I'm going to turn from the side this time so you can see me. So the next time your left foot lifts up off the floor, we're going to hold there. So I'm on the side. I'll switch my arms so that you can see my spine is staying neutral. I'm not doing any, rounding of the spine. Lift that sternum, stay tall through the crown, and jog it out. Good. So we're mindful of that nice neutral spine. And the next time the right foot comes up off the floor, we're gonna freeze. Just breathe and hold. Good. Keep breathing and release. Good. And then the next time the left foot comes up off the floor, we're gonna hold here and breathe. And you know, bonus points for smiling, they call that the advanced version. And you can smile and jog it out. Good for you. All right, so let's let our legs relax for a moment. We're gonna play with this movement with the arms. So we've got those shoulders and arms, and well, maybe you're even noticing you're a little warmer. You might feel your heart beating, so this is that checking in, right? Just noticing, good. Okay, so with this one, we're going to, let's reach the right arm forward, and then draw the left arm back. So bending that elbow and drawing it toward the wall behind you. So our movement is this, yeah? And then switch it. So left arm reaches forward, and the right elbow draws back. And then switch. And spine stays neutral. We're working those muscles, so navel drawing towards spine, core muscles hugging in around the spine. Good. And so they're stabilizing the torso, and we're working here to find that reach through one arm, and the opposite arm is drawing back, and then switching. So we're not moving really fast here. We're taking our time, being mindful of the movement, what's happening in our bodies. Good. And when you're ready, go ahead and release the arms. Give the shoulders a roll. Let's take a nice deep breath in through our nose. We'll exhale through the mouth with a ha or sigh breath. And wiggle and shake all that out. Let all that go. Good. You're ready to play with our pattern? Okay, so here we go. So the legs, we're focusing on the legs first. So as you can see, I'm working in my bare feet today. I hope that you're spending some time in your bare feet where you're safe and comfortable. Say always safety first. But letting your feet come out to play, letting those toes spread wide, massaging your feet, feel the surface beneath you, and even if you have your shoes on, still wiggle your toes and feel your feet. See if you can spread your toes. Yeah, okay. So our movement here is we're going to tap our heel to the floor and then tap our toes. So heel, toe, heel, toe. And I'm going to turn from the side because I'm going to show you the more gentle version would be keeping the leg pretty well in position. So we're heel, toe, heel, toe. If you want to make this more challenging, you can press the heel to the floor closer toward your chair and then reach your toes more forward to touch the floor. So we're making like more of an arch. Yeah? So this is up to you. And you can interchange it too. If you get fatigued, you can come back to the smaller arch. Okay, so we're working with that right leg. And then release that. Let's try it with the left side now. So heel and toe, heel and toe. So when the heel comes to the floor, really think of drawing your toes up. They're going to activate this muscle in the front of the lower leg. And then when the toes come to the floor, really lifting that heel, you're going to engage the calf. So lots of yummy benefits here as we're doing this movement. And again, you're making it the arch smaller, or you can, if and when it feels good, you can reach those toes out more and stretch the leg. So you see what feels good. All the while, what's our spine doing? Neutral. What's our sternum doing? Lifting, right? Forward and slightly upward, staying tall through the top of our head. Nice neutral spine. Okay, let's go to the right leg. We're going to find the heel toe. then left arm is going to come out to the side. So here is that left brain, right brain communication. So let's take our right hand, place it on our upper chest to remind us to keep that sternum lifted, yeah? So the arm movement is the thumb toward the ceiling and we move the arm up. Thumb toward the floor, we move the arm down, yeah? Just like that. So you find your own rhythm here. Good, so just have fun with it. If it feels challenging, go with it, yeah? So right side of the brain is working the left side of your body, and the left side of your brain working the right side of your body. So when we're doing these movements with the right leg working and then the left arm working, the right and left hemisphere of the brain need to communicate. Good work. Good job. And release that. Shake it all out. Big breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Awesome. Let's try the other side. So here we go, heel toe with that left foot. Good. Let's bring our left hand, let's bring that on our navel to remind us to engage our core, stabilizing the torso. Right arm is out to the side. Same thing, thumb up, arm moves up, thumb down, arm moves down. You got it. And remember, advanced version is to smile all the while. And giggling and chuckling and laughing is encouraged too. Good. And the slower the better, so no need to go fast. You can, if it's playful and you want to go faster, go right ahead. But you can slow it right down too, and you might find the slower version might be harder. I don't know. You have to play and see how it resonates with you. So we've got strong core. We're staying tall through the top of our head. Good work. When you're finished, big breath in through the nose, exhale through mouth, wiggle and shake it all out. Good work. Okay, so let's take our legs nice and wide. So you can begin seated here, and then should you wish, from your chair, pressing the feet to the floor, you can lift up out of your chair, and that's an option, just depends on how you're feeling this morning. So building the foundation of this, want to have the hands resting on the inner thighs or the inside of your knees, because we're encouraging the knees as the feet go wide, the knees are going to stay up over your ankle. So these are important elements we want to pay attention to. So seated, we can get a nice inner thigh stretch. And this is also a great leg strengthener if it's available to you. Feet can press to the floor, and we might lift up out of our chair, knowing that we can sit back down should we need to at any point. So if you do come up out of your chair, make sure that your knees stay up over your ankles. Yeah, we don't want the knees coming in. I don't know if you can see this, but we want to avoid this sort of a thing from the side. Not hard to see there. Keeping the knee up over the ankle. Good. All right. So whether you're in the seat of your chair or lifted out, up to you, we're going to reach the arms toward the ceiling and we're going to pull down. So up and down. So as if we're pulling. Let's actually turn the palms of the hand to face us and reach up, pull down. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Keep going. Inhale and pull down. Good. Work with your breath as best you can. If working with the breath feels complicated, just keep breathing as you're working here. Good. Now, the next time the arms come down, let them release toward the floor. Now we're going to turn the palms toward the wall behind us, and we're going to lift up. Push down, lift up. That's it, good. See if you can time it with your breath to inhale, press. Oh, and exhale to pull up. Yeah, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Couple more. You're doing great. Awesome. And let those arms release down. And you can make your way back into your seat or come up to stand and shake out those legs. You can bring them back in. I like to come back in just hugging the midline after having the legs wide apart. So just to kind of draw those hips and legs and knees in. So seated or standing, we're going to draw the legs together. So if you're standing, you can come together here. So seated, hugging, legs together. Let's bring the palms together. We'll interlace our fingers and press the palms together. Press your legs together. Draw your navel toward your spine, and we're sitting up nice and tall. So that beautiful neutral spine. And we're breathing. Good. Keep that chin parallel to the floor. Back of the neck is nice and long. Take one more breath in and exhale to release and shake all that out. Nicely done. Okay, so let's play with some diagonal punching. So seated or standing, up to you. So with this one, we're going to punch both arms. So we'll go to upper right 2 times. And then lower left 2 times. So as if you had something in your hands and you're trying, and maybe it's sticky, and you're trying to throw it. And then throw it down, and then throw it up, throw it down. Good. Couple more each side. Good. And shake that out. And let's do now upper left and lower right. Upper left and lower right. Good. Keep going. Now, when we're working here, navel is drawing to the spine, and we're supporting the spine as we hug those core muscles in. Yeah? Good, and release that, shaking all that out. Beautiful. All right, so seated or standing, again, up to you. We're going to work with the hands resting on front of the shoulders. And so our first movement with this, and you feel free to release your arms anytime you need to. So in this seated version, you can do this to standing. Little more, I find it takes a bit more awareness to do it standing. So if you want to try this part sitting, and then you can stand for the other parts. So hinging out the hips, neutral spine, hugging those core muscles in toward your spine. So navel drawing back, and we're tipping in front of the vertical, and then finding the vertical. So vertical would be ears, shoulders, hips aligning. And then we're going to tip back, neutral spine, tipping back behind the vertical. Yeah? Just enough to where you feel your abdominal muscles engaging to hold you here. Yeah? Good. So what we want to avoid is this sort of thing, rounding out the back. Keep that neutral spine, core engagement. That's what we're looking for. Come back to vertical. Then tipping forward, come back to vertical, tipping behind. Again, just enough to feel your abs engaging. Good. Tip forward and tip back. And then, if and when it gets to the point where you can find tip forward, tip back, tip forward, tip back, and doing this movement with that core engagement, yeah? If you need to take that pause at the vertical just to find that realignment, you take that. So we're building awareness. Good. Couple more times. Good, and we'll come back upright. You can release the shoulders, give the arms a little wiggle, a little shake. Good. Okay, so let's play with hands back on, actually let's do, so we'll have a release. Let's take the arms at our side. You can do the rest of it standing if you want to. So then we're gonna spread your fingers wide, bicep curl, so squeeze the biceps. And then lift those elbows up to your comfort level and then take them up and back and down just to your comfort level. And then you're going to pause. Keep breathing though. Nice deep breaths. And then reach those elbows back and draw them up again to your comfort level. Draw them forward. Draw them back to your side and release the arms down. Good, and spread your fingers wide. Let's do that again. So make a soft fist with your hands, draw up, and then let those elbows come up and back and down. So take your time here. I like to pay attention to the yumminess, I like to call it. When you feel a yummy stretch, pause there and let your body be with that stretch. Breathe into that stretch, yes. And then lift up and forward. Good, elbows at your side and release down. Nice. Okay, so now just shake out those arms, let the hands come to the shoulders again. We're going to now, in this position, work with our twist. So inhaling, again, seated or standing, it's the same movement. So if you're seated, you're going to press the sits bones to the seat of your chair and lift up through the crown. If you're standing, you're pressing your feet to the floor and lifting up through the crown, so the top of your head, yeah? All right, so we're going to play with the breath here. So inhale, we're facing forward. And then exhale, navel to spine. As we rotate, that right shoulder draws back, left shoulder draws forward. And then inhale, slowly and mindfully coming back to center. Let's go to the left side this time. So take a breath in, we'll just take a pause. And then exhale, navel to spine, let the left shoulder draw back, right shoulder draws forward. And then slowly inhaling, we come back to center. So we're doing this movement very mindful with our breath. So again, inhale. And then exhale, navel draws to spine, right shoulder back, left shoulder forward, good. Inhale back to center. Nice full breath in. Exhale, navel to spine, around to the left we go. Good, inhale back to center. And then go ahead and release the arms. We're going to go back to our shoulder roll movement. So palms forward. Bicep curl, make a soft fist with your hands, and then those shoulders or elbows draw up and back and down. Notice any yummy areas. It's like you don't want to rush eating your yummy piece of cake or muffin. Take your time. When you get to a yummy spot, you savor it there. And then let the shoulder or elbows come back forward and release. Good, we'll go again. Up we go, roll back and hold and breathe. Nice deep breaths, and maybe we're even smiling. There we go, and the arms release down. Good, shake all that out. All right, so let's take a moment. We're going to focus on the legs a little bit. We're going to come back. We're going to do some lateral flexion with that position. Let's do some of our sit-stand work. I hope that when you're getting sitting down and standing up throughout your day, that you're being aware and practicing what these alignment and body mechanics. This is what we're working on in class. Wonderful opportunities, not only in class, but when you're going about your day to practice this. So, because what do we say? That's how we create new, stronger habits, right? Practice, 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 repetition, 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 right? Neuroscientists tell us that. Okay, so if we're seated, feet hip width apart, you've got the movement of hands compressed on top of the legs, and you're coming into as if you were going to stand up or come up out of your seat, but you don't have to come out of your seat. You can if you want to. The other option is coming out of the seat and holding here. The closer you are to the seat of your chair, the more challenging it is to hold. But this is where you're going to challenge yourself when you feel, when it's available to you. And you can lift up higher to make it more gentle and more challenging. We sink back down. Arms or hands can stay on top of the legs. Arms can reach out in front of you if you like. Okay, so wherever you want to be, and if you need a pause to take a rest, you take it. We're going to go for 1 minute. Just think of the 1 minute as a box of time that we're working in. So no pressure at all about that. It just gives us a point of reference. Okay, are we ready? Can we smile? Say, oh, yay. Oh, yay. All right, so big breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Just wiggle and shake it all out. And then when you're ready, here we go. So 1 minute on the clock. So hinging at the hips, we're either going to press into the legs and imagine we're going to bring our bottom out of the chair, or we're going to lift up and we're going to find where we're comfortable to hold. And the arms can stretch out in front of you if that feels available. Otherwise, keep your hands on top of your legs. I'm going to come to the side. We're keeping that spine neutral, yeah? So this work, we're hinging at the hips and letting the legs do the work. That is proper body mechanics. Your legs are built for this. Let your heels press into the floor. Make sure you can see your toes. So if you look down, you want to see your toes. If you can't, take your pelvis back a bit further. We don't want our knees going out in front of our toes. If you can look at your screen here, we want to avoid that. We're sitting back and down. And we are done. So slowly lower back down, or if you want to come to stand, that's fine. How did that feel? How did that 1 minute feel? So we work with that 1 minute box of time, if you will, just so that we can see how we're progressing, right? So we notice at first when we try this, 1 minute might feel like, whew, an hour. And then over time, you might be like, oh, look at me, a minute. Like, you know, so we're just going to see, right? All right, so back to hands on the shoulders, seated or standing, same movement. Now we're going to play with the sides of the body. So one side of the body is going to grow longer and the other side shorter. So this is we're going to go into that side bend. So hands are just resting on the shoulders. Let's come over to the right side first. So we're going to invite the right shoulder to move toward the right hip, and we're going to create more space on the left side. So that from the hip up through the ribs, through the shoulder, up through that elbow, growing along. Keep that left sits bone to the chair or left foot to the floor, pressing down. Good, and we're breathing. So here's where we can use the breath. Good, and then rising up, and then come on to the other side now. So now left shoulder drawing toward the left hip, and we're making the right side of the body longer. Nice deep breaths. So imagine we have the back of our body on a wall so that we're keeping that alignment. What we're doing is just asking the spine to flex or bend to the side, and the body follows, and then coming on up. Good, and go ahead and release. Take the arms at your side. We'll go back to our biceps, and then let those elbows reach up and back. And notice for any yummy spots. Now release down. Let's try that again. Up we go. Keep breathing all the while. There you go, and release down, and let the arms come down. Good. So, if you are seated, you might want to turn to the side of your chair. We're going to do tricep pulses. You can do one arm. If it's available to you to get both arms back while you're seated, go ahead. Otherwise, you can do one side and then the other. If you're standing, you can do both arms at the same time, but always the option to do one at a time. And we're just going to pulse. So if you're standing, slight bend in the knee, nice neutral spine, lifting through the crown, chin parallel to the floor. We've got the elbows straight and we're pulsing, pulsing, pulsing. So we're targeting, inviting those triceps, so the muscles in the back of the arm, to be engaging here. Keep breathing. Notice how that sternum, right? Lifting. Beautiful. Keep going. And then whenever you feel like you've had enough, so let those arms swing. But always be careful that you're not going to hit your hands or your arms on anything. And if you're using your chair, again, you can come to the side and let one arm swing and then come around. And let the other arm swing just to release those shoulders. Good for you. All right. Okay. So let's play with, okay, so we're going to have some fun with this. So remember air writing. So like imagine a big chalkboard in front of you, and we're going to free write. Just so letting the arms. We're going to do the legs today too. So let's play with this. Okay, here we go. Let's start with the left arm. So you're just going to, on this big chalkboard in the air, we're going to write the word Monday. So you have this big giant air board in front of you, so you're going to reach all the way across. Good. All right, now with your right arm, let's write the word Tuesday. Good. Nice. Okay, now are you ready? Bring your feet, so you want to do this seated. Bring your feet to the floor. You might bring your feet and your legs a little closer together. Press your right foot into the floor. Lift your left foot up. Write the word Wednesday. Here we go. Now, maybe your hands are going to be on your navel and your chest to remind us of what? Neutral spine. Whew. Okay. Let's now press left foot to the floor, lift your right foot up. Now we're going to write the word Thursday. How did I pick the longer days of the week for our legs? And release and shake all that out. Good, good, good. All right. So now to that right leg, let's extend that, and so you want to be seated for this. Take your right leg out and actually turn it to the side. So take the right leg out. You can support here with your hands if that is helpful. So spine stays neutral. Keep lifting your sternum. Stay tall to the top of the head. Chin parallel to the floor. So right leg is extended out. Keep that left foot pressing down. We're going to invite the toes to draw back toward our nose, and we're going to press that heel toward the wall in front of us. And we're going to now hug all of the muscles into the bone and even around that knee. Great strengthener for that knee. Keep breathing. If you need to pause and rest, you take it. But the invitation here is to lift that leg up, even if it's just for, a moment or two, and you release it down, okay? So try lifting it up. Doesn't matter how high up, doesn't have to be real high. So you're just just keeping those muscles hugging the bone. And go ahead and release and give it a pat. Let's come to the other side. So we're gonna work on the left leg now. So taking that leg out in front. So again, be mindful of your posture. Be mindful of that neutral spine. Hands can be supporting here. Sternum's moving forward, slightly upwards. Stay tall through the top of the head. We're lifting that left leg. Pressing through the heel. The toes are drawing toward your nose. And we're breathing. Bonus points for smiling. Yes. Imagine hugging your bones. Even right through that knee joint. Keep pressing through that heel. Active hugging, active work here. And when you're ready, go ahead and release. Good job. All right, so for fun, let's go back to our pattern once again. So back to right foot, and let's see. I always find it interesting to come back to the pattern. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't in class, but today we're coming back to it and seeing what our brain does with it. Because we worked on this a bit ago. Now we're coming back. So right foot, heel, toe. Yeah? Left arm, thumb up, thumb down. Yeah, let's bring that right hand. You can bring it on the sternum or on the navel, wherever you feel like you want that little extra support, little extra reminder. Yeah? Good. Nice job. And we're smiling. Oh, fun stuff. Can you go a little faster? And that's just an invitation. And then can you go nice and slow? Think of pouring honey. That's it. And release. Shake and wiggle all that out. All right, let's try the other side. So left foot, heel toe. Here we go. Left hand's going to go wherever you want that reminder to be. Core's engaged or sternum lifted. Right arm, thumb up, thumb down. And it's interesting too how one side, it might feel a little more fluid. The other side, so switching. So notice how this pairing feels compared to the right leg and the left arm. Again, we ask the body to go a little faster. Maybe yes, maybe no. And then let's ask the body to slow down. Pouring honey from the jar. And release. And wiggle and shake all that out. Let's take a nice big breath in through the nose, exhale through mouth. And again, wiggle and shake. Good. All right, let's do our back strengthener. So seated or standing, same movement. So arms can stretch down for this one. We're going to turn our palms forward. And so lifting through the crown, so your feet are pressing to the floor or your sitting bones to the seat of your chair. And with the arms down at your side, so again, if you're seated, you'd be here. Engaging our core, navel's drawing to spine. We're we're going to slowly begin to invite the back of the shoulders to draw toward the wall behind you. So back of the shoulders, and you might feel the back of your hands moving as well. So you might feel those shoulder blades drawing in toward each other and then down. So the shoulder blades draw in and down your back. And we're breathing here. So this movement is engaging the erector spinae, engaging the superficial back muscles. So these are the muscles responsible for holding us upright. And this also allows the front of the chest, the front of the body to stretch. So breathing deeply. So why is stretching that important? Because of all the hunching that we do, right? The muscles get short. So we want to open that up. And we're also building our awareness. So again, keep pressing feet to floor or sits bones to the seat of your chair. And we're breathing. So we want to feel the muscles in the back body engaging, but not, we're not stressing them, but we feel them engaged, active. Good. Chin stays parallel. We want to keep the back of the neck nice and long. Stay tall through the top of your head. One more nice deep breath in, and then exhale. Just soften that and just pause here in alignment. Notice how this feels. Do you feel, does that proper alignment feel a little more easeful, maybe? Yeah, just feeling that. Good. Because we want to take pause and feel that, because then as we're going about our day and going about our activities, if we start doing this again, the awareness will be like, oh wait, let's open that up, right? Yeah, so that's how building our awareness benefits us, because then we start to notice when that hunching, and we are going to lift back up into alignment. We know where that is, what that is. Okay, so let's play. This is a lovely movement for the brain. It's a reboot for the nervous system. So we're going to bring the legs together. So you want to do it seated. Take a nice big breath in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Good, so we're coming back to the nice deep breaths. So take your right leg and just cross it. So right foot is going to come in front of the left. Yeah? And so the legs can just hug together. We're going to take the arms out in front. We're going to turn so the thumbs are up, palms are toward each other. Now turn your thumbs down. Now the palms are facing out. Now take the right hand up and cross it over and interlace your fingers. And we're going to bend the elbows and invite the arms to draw in toward your body. So we're going to take a moment and just hug the legs and the arms together and in toward your body. Draw navel to spine. Take a breath in. And now exhale. Just stay here, but just relax your body right here. I'm going to take a couple more breaths, just like this. So this is a lovely exercise to do if you're feeling emotionally stressed. And then slowly begin to release your arms, and we'll release the legs. Good. Now cross left leg in front of right. Arms out in front, thumbs up, palms facing each other. Then turn your thumbs down, palms out. Left arm lifts up and over. Interlace your fingers. Good. And gently, slowly bend the elbows. So take a moment, hug in, hugging in, hugging in. Take a big breath in. And now exhale through the mouth and just soften. Just be right here and breathe. begin to release fingers, release the arms, and uncross your legs. Well done. Good for you.